Have you ever wondered what stereo madness would be like if it was shrink just a little, like 2 times smaller or even more? No? Well, I did. So today, stick around cause we're doing just that. I instantly brought out my usual stereo madness copy and wrote the pass. After starting to play it, nothing was impossible, so we didn't need to fix anything. Until this part. See, as we shrink the level down, the small platforms had less space between each other, and so the cube wouldn't be able to jump forever on those platforms. Until I did this, showing it off as possible. Same thing goes for this part. Oh, and for the rest of the video I won't show the first ship, since it is way too easy. To fix this part, because it isn't always possible, I had to place 2 blocks that you can jump on. This one took me quite a while. I still did it, taking me over 10 attempts. But this triple, yes, this one, it's impossible. It was easy to fix it, just making the ceiling of spikes higher. Nothing was interesting until the ship, which had its non-coin part pretty much the same difficulty. But the coin route, this is gonna be a pain in all sizes. Luckily here, there was only one fix, removing this spike. Then, the 0.9 size was playtested and possible. And that's it for the first time. That was quite fun, but we need to move on to the next part. The beginning was as usual, pretty much unchanged. But the staircase, well, this one had to be changed now. Still wasn't too bad, only adding in some slopes. The part was now easily doable. For the next staircase, only one slope was enough. After the very interesting ship part, there was another staircase. Well, I guess it's time to use more slopes then. At last, the part was possible and playtested. Well, that's another impossible staircase. Do you know what that means? Well, that's a way to fix something. I also had to change this part once again. For the final ship, the bottom part was really easy to do, just like last time. But the coin, well, I already had to fix the entrance, so that's wonderful. This time, we didn't use slopes, we removed blocks. Other than the usual spike removal, we didn't need to change anything else. This version was now possible. Let's get to the overview. Well, that was honestly quite annoying because of all the fixes. Let's move on. After scaling the level down, I immediately got in and started it out. Sadly, the first staircase was also impossible, although being really close to being doable. This time, slopes wouldn't work well, so I just rearranged the platforms. This looked super cursed lol. And then, another stupid staircase. Now that this staircase is fixed, we can get to the very interesting staircase. Luckily, this one had a weird glitch that let me do it. For some stupid reason, you can jump on the block under the top one on a pillar of solid objects and survive. Why? For the first time, we had to change the first set of spikes, making it lower as usual. This is how it looked. The next one was way harder, but still possible. But then, well, that's another annoying and impossible staircase. You read that text. Turns out it was correct. This is completely possible, but it took me way too long. For this next thing, a jump over the platform was sufficient. But then, another staircase showed up, which was impossible to do. Fixing it wasn't too bad, just needing a small platform rearrangement. Then, it was possible, not needing any further changes. But as usual, the triple spike was impossible. Nothing too crazy for the fix, just making the ceiling higher like the other times. It was possible after that. Moving on to the ship. The entrance to the coin was already impossible, setting the record for this. After fixing by removing a block, I moved on to the actual path. Either way, I had to fix this part. I had to make the blocks higher. After this, it was just a whole lot of try hard, but it was all possible. Well, that's another one down the way. Pretty surprised of how this used less fixes than the last one. Next one. To start out, everything was going too well. In fact, even the staircase was doable, due to it being so cranked that you could skip over some steps. I guess this is the end of annoying staircases. Moving the spikes as a fix is what we do here. Then we could move on. to another triple spike. Nothing too big for the fix, usual stuff. Anyways, we could go on to the ship. After giving out a quick fix for the coin entrance, we could get to the hard part. Well, I mean, that's another one down the way. With only one more left, this feels like it's going to well. Am I not right? After starting, everything went as last time. Just kidding, we had to, fix this. After fixing the usual spikes and triple spikes, it was already time for the ship. For this section, there was nothing interesting. Or perhaps this straight fly. Never mind, it's possible. But this isn't. And even after fixing, it required an extremely tight straight fly. But then, it was all possible. This was a short one, didn't want to get you all bored. This should be the end, but it isn't. See, in 2.2, RobTop added a new increase scale option, which lets you scale down stuff to 0.25 times the original scale. Honestly, this is more of a bonus, since there were no fixes. Enjoy these funny things instead. Well, that was fun. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll make the same but making it bigger. Oh, and credits to Chubby Bubbers for the idea. Make sure to check out his video. Anyways, join my Discord, like, sub, and I'll see you guys next time.